Board. We're on. Guys, thank you so much. This has been a nightmare getting home today from Syracuse. The train was delayed, and then we had to load coal into the car in New York City with about half of the house, it felt like. We got stuck in traffic coming out of the city, and long story short, I ran about 2.5 hours late. So 9 p.m. or 9:05 p.m. Eastern time, and look at the number of people here. Thank you so much. And before I even jump into the stuff I want to cover tonight, just a heartfelt thank you to everybody on this team for just some of the messages that came through today. I am just really, really happy today with everything that has transpired as a result of this business. And waking up to 6-star diamond was a tough thing to do over the past 6 weeks, because I had to hold that for this, what they call a 6-week qualifying period. And it gets to be almost like a balancing act to make sure nobody falls off anywhere. And it can get quite complex. So to make it happen was really very rewarding, but it wouldn't have been possible without everybody on this team. And, you know, what we're doing here with this business every day just means more and more to me personally. And it means more to me to see you guys start to follow in this path the way I have. And my whole focus in doing this training time and time again, and I'm not going to stop doing this training, is to just help people understand and overcome the challenges to be really successful as a Beachbody coach. And I think what happens sometimes for me, I was thinking about this, is that I sometimes will deliver education in a way that I take things for granted, because I grew up in the fitness industry. Like, I've just always lived and breathed health and fitness. I've lived a healthy lifestyle. And that's what people know me for. Like, my friends and my circle of influence and the people I've grown up with, my family, they just know that I love fitness. I've done it for so many years. It's kind of just who I am. And as a result of it, whenever I do something that's fitness related, or I encourage somebody to get involved with something that's fitness related, it's kind of like they will listen to me, because I have formulated that reputation through many, many years of just living and being the example of a fit person. And I think what happens for a lot of new coaches or people who are coming into this world of fitness for the first time is that you get really excited because you believe in the programs. You know how beneficial these programs can be for people, and you start doing the programs yourself. However, your friends or the people that have known you throughout your life don't look upon you as being somebody that's been healthy and fit all your life. It's not something that you've always done. And so when all of a sudden you start inviting them to, say, a challenge group, or you encourage them to get involved with a fitness program, they're kind of like, well, you know, who are you to be in that position of authority to suggest to me what I should be doing for my health and fitness? Like, you haven't been down that path yourself long enough for people to think of you that way. And this is why I go back to this point of the 3 vital behaviors. And I think the most important one of the 3 vital behaviors, especially if you are not known to be a health and fitness guru, you're not somebody that's been healthy and fit all your life, you just have decided to go down this path because you believe in it, you believe in what it's going to do for you in terms of your fitness and possibly your finances. But until you get that reputation of somebody who's leading by example, being a product of the product is the number 1 vital behavior that you have to focus on yourself. You yourself have really I don't want to say stop doing the other vital behaviors, but before you do anything else, turn focus to yourself. And you yourself just live and breathe any one of these exercise programs as well as Shakeology on a daily basis. And through your doing that day in and day out, even if it's for months, your body's going to change. You yourself are going to change. You're going to be so heartfelt in your belief and passion for the programs because you're an example of it. And when people see that change in you, when they see physical change, or they start to realize, wow, you're really taking this seriously. Like, look how much you've changed. That's when heads start to turn and they go, you know what? Tell me more about it. So when all of a sudden you're putting together a challenge group, you're a product of the product. People see you for somebody that is walking the talk. And I share this with you because there are coaches who start out gangbusters, and you pick what's called the low-hanging fruit. You invite people that are your friends, people that trust you, people that know you and want to support you in what you do. So here you have a new business, and they're going to support you. They believe in you. They love your enthusiasm, and they'll come into your challenge groups. And in the beginning, for some coaches, it's like you go, bang, I'm hitting Success Club all the time, and I've got people jumping in, and they're doing the programs, and it's great. And then all of a sudden you hit this roadblock, or you feel like you just come to a dead stop because you've exhausted that low-hanging fruit. And now it becomes time to get more customers, but you've already gotten the customers that were, call it again, your low-hanging fruit. So how do you get to others? How do you get to inspire others in this business and get people to want to become your customers? The number one way to do it is literally you sharing two things. One, you sharing specifically what these programs have done for you. How much weight have you lost? How much body fat have you dropped? How have your measurements changed? Have you had changes in your health or your overall fitness? Any of the things that have affected you personally by using these programs, you have to be sharing that information. The other thing you want to be sharing is that if you have some customers that have gotten changes and they've documented those changes, you should be sharing that as well. Those are your clients. And it's okay to say to your customers, look, you've become such an example of how great these programs are. I think you would be, a perfect person to inspire others. Can we share your results with people so that we can inspire others to get involved? And most people, when they have tremendous changes, they have no problem sharing that knowledge or that inspiration with others to get them healthy and fit. So between yourself and you're being a product of the product and walking the talk, as well as any of your initial clients that have gotten changes and now they're walking the talk, they are testimonials. You're a testimonial for yourself, and your customers become a testimonial for you as their coach. And an example of this, I'm going to call her out right now. She's up there at the top of the screen, Deb Shafran. Deb, it was almost like Deb came into the business. She started out, and she did pretty good, and then she kind of just plateaued, and it wasn't doing too much. She wasn't hitting Success Club that often, and she decided to just go gangbusters with documenting her own changes, before and after photos, changes in her body weight or measurements. And she really took the photos that when she posted them, people were like, oh my God, Deb, what are you doing? And it just caused her world to completely change with respect to people wanting to work with her. And I remember the month she did it, as a matter of fact, I'm going to unmute you, Deb, because you can share the story. When you did that, you achieved Success Club 17 that month or something like that. So if you just want to add, I'm going to unmute you right now. Was that the turning point for you that you went, wow, you know what? I need to do this on a more serious level myself in becoming a product of the product. Was that a big game changer for you?
It absolutely was. And that actually wasn't even my after picture. That was my 30-day progress picture that caused that SC17, which I felt like would keep me even more accountable, because then the pressure was on that people were going to want to see what 60 or 90 looked like. So then when I posted my 90-day, which was that just last week maybe? I think it was the week before the Connecticut Super Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to keep up with all the comments that are coming in and just trying to follow up with every single one of them. Some of them already have coaches and they already know what it is, but if they say, I want this, I say, oh, okay, let's get you started. I had a call this week with a woman in Brazil who I went to high school with, I hadn't talked to since 1992. and she's signing on for T25. So
Oh
the
man.
power of Facebook and the power of Beachbody,
Yeah.
can't beat it.
It's awesome. And congratulations again.
Thank
You're
you.
just that testimonial of being a product of the product. I think it's the most important vital behavior. If you're not living and breathing these programs yourself, you're not going to inspire people to want to work with you or get involved in your challenge groups. It's just that important. And so, I want to go back to the initial thing I was saying. For me, on a personal level, like my getting involved with Beachbody was because they teamed up with Les Mills. Les Mills is the company that I've been involved with for 10 years as a trainer and a presenter. And body pump and body combat to me have been like part of my lifeline in fitness. And it's always been primarily in the gym world that I've taught this program and gotten people involved. So when it became this consumer-based program with Beachbody, I was kind of like, wow, here's a way to get this program out to people that don't go to the gym, who don't want to do a group class. They would rather be working out at home. And here's a way we can get this into their hands. And so for me, when I started to look at not only the Les Mills Pump and Combat, but also the other programs of Beachbody. And then I did P90X myself, and I did part of Insanity myself with my wife. I realized how great the programs were in terms of their quality. And I didn't have any before and after changes that I could show because I've been fit all along. So for me, it was a position of being able to say, hey guys, guess what? I now am putting my stamp of approval on these Beachbody programs as being that good. And that was enough that my circle of influence who knew me said, well, if Don believes in it, they must be great because he knows fitness. And so for some of you who are in the fitness industry that teach classes and people know you for being healthy and fit and teaching classes or personal training, whatever it may be, if that's part of your background, well, you're just simply putting your stamp of approval and endorsement on these programs and saying, I'll support you. I will offer you me as a coach to help you succeed in the solution that I feel is best for you. So you're just broadening your horizons beyond what you currently do in the fitness industry. That's what you're doing as a Beachbody coach. But if that's not you, being a product of the product, it's everything. It really is. That's going to make all the difference in your invitation process. All right. So just wanted to share that because I know for some, there's been coaches who I know are doing all the right things. And they start going, why am I not getting people to engage and say, yes, I'll be in your group? It may be because you want to look a little harder at you yourself in terms of, well, how much have you shared about your results from the programs? Have you yourself had changes from the programs? And if the answer is no, that's where you want to turn your focus, first and foremost. Park the other stuff for now. Self-development, yeah, definitely go for it. Inviting and inviting and inviting to people who you've already invited, after a while, it might not be the right path to go down. And just turn focus to yourself, be a product of the product, and go that route first. Okay, so hopefully that gives you, some more insight on the path to choose as you continue moving forward. And this 6-star diamond, I thought a lot today. I was on a train for 5 hours coming back from Syracuse and just thinking like, wow, how did I get here? How did this happen? It's because of my belief in this. And there are people who are the naysayers. You get the people that are like, oh, that's one of those multi-level marketing things, or you're in one of those pyramid things, or you're going to sell Shakeology to me, and that's not what it's about. It's just this wholehearted belief that people need help. People need help with their health and fitness. And, some people might deny it. They might say, no, I'm good. And some people are good, but the majority of the people are not good. They're not as good as they should be. And they're looking for solutions. You wholeheartedly believe that these solutions work. They change lives. They really do. And you are the one that can help them cross the finish line. And you have to be able to speak to people with that type of conviction. You're not dancing around whether or not you know the program might work for them. It's like, you have to do this. One of the things you can say to people is, look, what is your alternative option? If you don't get involved with a high quality exercise program or nutrition tool, what is your option? What are you going to do? Ask people that question and leave them with that thought if you have to, because it's just planting a seed that could be a couple months from now. They're feeling horrible. They're gaining weight, whatever their symptoms might be. It's the wake up call that finally comes around and they go, hey, you know what, Don, enough's enough. And I need to get involved with this thing that you're doing. I want in. When's your next support group? So you just keep doing it over and over and over. And I know, Angela, you very heartfelt message to me and some others this morning, the frustration of, I'm doing all the right things. I'm not getting people to commit right now. It happens. It happens to me. It happens to Greg Plaskett. It happens to every coach in this business, where you just sometimes get to that point where you go, God, is this really worth it? Like, I'm doing all this stuff and nobody's responding. And it's like you put up a post on Facebook and it's crickets. Nobody even likes it. And you're checking the privacy setting. You're going, is it on privacy or is it on public? I know the feeling. I've been there. But trust me, they're seeing it. And that seed's planted. They might not respond right away, but you just keep up the consistent behavior. Consistency leads to the results. Any coach is going to tell you that. Okay. So let me jump to my notes here. Here's an idea for you. This past Sunday at Super Sunday in Connecticut, we had a phenomenal turnout. It was the best Beachbody super event I've attended yet. And I had an opportunity to give some good education. There was other speakers that gave great education. We had a phenomenal live body combat class at the end there. Deb was there. It was just fantastic. Some of you guys were at the event. Loved it. But in the presentation that I gave, one of the subjects was the 5-step invitation process. And I posted the video of that presentation I gave. But in that 5-step invitation process, I threw out the idea for a summer shape-up challenge. And I thought I would share that with you here tonight for anybody that didn't get to see the recording. My suggestion coming into the season of summer, this is when people are starting to think about, oh my gosh, it's almost Memorial Day weekend, bathing suit season, summer's around the corner. We do this in the gym world. In our gym, we're kicking off on April 27th, the 5-week summer shape-up challenge using one of the programs in our gym. And I just take the same stuff that we do in our gym and transition it over to the world of Beachbody coaching. You are a coach who can offer a program to get people healthy and fit in time for summer. Call it your summer shape-up challenge, your 60-day summer shape-up challenge, whatever you want to call it. And you put out messaging that just says, hey guys, I'm starting a Get Fit Summer Shape-Up group. Who's interested? Message me for details. Just put out a generic message like that. Or, hey guys, I'm looking for anyone who wants to lose 10 or more pounds by Memorial Day weekend. Message me for a fun way to do it. Put that out on your page, and that's your generic blanket message that you might throw on either your personal Facebook page, or hopefully you're going down that path of starting your Beachbody fitness page that people will like. But either way, just put out like that generic message of summer shape-up challenge or summer shape-up support group. If you don't want to call it a challenge, it's your support group. Message me for details. And you're just trying to get people to respond with, hey, I saw that thing on your page, and what is it you're actually doing? I'd like some more information. That's your goal. It's the initial invitation process. Call it in a blanket message. The other thing that you can do is take that same type of message and invite 2 people a day, 2 people you know per day that you know are trying to lose weight, or that you know would like to get healthier or would like to get fitter. Just, hey, Sue, I'm beginning a summer shape up support group. I know you're interested. I know you were interested in losing a few pounds. This is going to be a great way to do it. We're going to have a lot of fun. Message me for details, or let me know if you're interested. That's it. It's that initial step in the 5-step invitation process. So go for something along those lines. Once the initial step is done and you get a few people, hopefully, that will chime in and say, sounds interesting, I'd like to know more about it, you go to step 2. And I'm not going to go down this whole dialogue right now. I talked about this in the last Hangout, that 5-step invitation process where when you get to step 2, the questions, the open-ended questions. Okay, what has you interested in my group? Find out the deepest why that's motivating somebody to want to be part of your summer shape up challenge. Get to their motivating, driving thing that's asking them, or that's wanting them to express interest in your group. If you want more details on that second step, third, fourth, and fifth step, I covered it in the presentation that was recorded at Super Sunday, and I put it up on our page just a few days ago, so you can see the recording of. It's 15 minutes long, just taking you through the whole path on the 5-step invitation process. But I think the Summer Shape Up Challenge is a good one to be thinking about now. Especially if you start you put out a start date for call it early May, sometime maybe second week of May, and that takes you through to late June. That's when you're at the height of the summer season and people are really starting to feel good and getting the changes that they want. So you set up whatever timelines you think will work. And your goal, 5 Success Club points. And here's the deal. If you don't hit Success Club 5 every month, it's not the end of the world. It's not. It's you're using that as a barometer. And if you are semi-consistently hitting Success Club 5 month in and month out, okay, maybe there's a month or two you don't, and maybe the following month you hit 7, or it's okay if you don't in a given month, as long as you're just continually doing the vital behaviors. All right, so don't stress if you can't hit Success Club 5 in a given month. It's not the end of the world. The other people that you should be inviting is, if you're an Emerald, you're getting your customer leads. Every one of your customer leads should be regularly contacted by you, if you've never heard from them. So if you've reached out to customers and they've never responded, don't give up on them. Invite them, include them in the invitation process to your support groups. Again, the reason why getting to Emerald is so important. So if you are not Emerald yet and you're not receiving customer leads, this changes your business when you start getting those customer leads. So you think about, okay, how can I get to Emerald? Is there a family member or a close friend that you can sign up with a vitamin pack? It literally boils down to that sometimes, guys. It's like, okay, I want this so badly. I want the customer leads. Is there somebody you can sign up as a coach in your family in a very minimal way? Maybe they don't want anything to do with the business, but you can sign them up as a coach using your credit card. You as a coach, Beachbody gives you the authority to sign up 2 immediate family members as coaches using your credit card information. So that's something to keep in mind. So I've had coaches say, well, what's the minimum cost that I would have to spend to sign up a family member as an active coach? And you would pay $39.95 sign-up fee, the coach cost, plus there is a couple of nutrition packs that are on Home Direct. One of them is the Slimming Pack. And the Slimming Pack goes at a coach price of, I believe, $41 and change. But it gets you the 50 volume points you need for that coach to be active. So the initial sign-up fee would be $39.95 plus the $41 Slimming Pack. Tack on a couple taxes, some little taxes, and you're coming in around that, I guess it's, the $70, $80 range to sign up a new active coach in your family with your credit card. And then every month thereafter, that would just be, I'll call it $41 plus the monthly service fee of $15.95 to keep that coach active. But it gets you to Emerald. You've got customer leads coming in. The customer leads that you receive, when they buy another Beachbody program moving into the future, the commission is yours. So as you're getting those free customers every week, it builds up in your back office. Now, here's the other thing about this. Many of those customers, or yeah, I should say a lot of the customers that are assigned to you are Beachbody Club members. So Beachbody has, these people that are signing up in the Beachbody Club, and Beachbody Club members pay $39.95 per quarter to have access to the product line at a 10% discount. They get the online meal planning, recipes, chat rooms and blogs with the celebrity trainers. It's just this whole back end support system that they have for being a Beachbody Club member. They pay $39.95 per quarter. The customers that you receive as an Emerald coach, a lot of them are Beachbody Club members. And you receive 50% of their membership dues. So the $39.95 per quarter that's being charged by Beachbody, you receive roughly $20 of that every quarter. And it adds up as the customers continue to pour into your back office and be assigned to you. Okay? All right. Here's another point on how do I quickly get a couple of coaches? Should you be running challenge groups, and I know a lot of you are now, or you're getting ready to, as you have your customers signing on, they're buying the challenge pack. Hopefully some of them are getting the challenge pack. Any one of your customers that has purchased a challenge pack in the past, it doesn't matter when or how long ago, any customer of yours that has purchased a challenge pack can sign up as a coach for free. And so when you have a customer who has purchased a challenge pack, they've gotten their exercise program, they have received their first month of Shakeology on Home Direct. Once they've gotten 3-4 weeks into the program that they're doing, hopefully they're drinking Shakeology every day. Around that time, it's a really good idea to reach out to those customers to say, hey, looks like you're doing fantastic, or maybe they're doing fantastic. You say, this is so great, you're doing fantastic. Look, your next Shakeology Home Direct delivery is coming up. My suggestion, given the success you're having, is become a coach, because you will get a discount on that Shakeology order every month. You'll receive it for 25% less than retail. And you get to sign up as a coach for free. So once they say, well, yeah, it seems like a no-brainer, they sign up as a coach. They do have to pay the $39.95 at the time of sign up, but then they just send an email to Coach Relations that says, I've purchased a challenge pack and I just signed up as a coach. I'm requesting a refund. Beachbody will send them that refund in 2 to 3 business days. So your challenge pack customers that you already have, I would be reaching out to them after it's 3 or 4 weeks after they've bought the challenge pack to say, you should become a coach for nothing more than just be a discount buyer. They don't have to work the business. And a lot of coaches start out as discount buyers. People come in, they love Shakeology, they start buying it at the coach price, and they just sit back and they become a product of the product. But then they see you and the activity you're doing and the business building you're doing and the success that you start to have. And don't be afraid to share some income numbers, when it's appropriate. It's kind of like, this is a no-brainer. Why don't I start doing this too? And you plug them into Coach Basics and you just get them going. So it's just a never-ending repetitive process, guys, to get to that place where you're pinching yourself a little bit, going, I can't believe this is happening. And I just want that for everybody here. Okay. If you are already sitting at Emerald, you want to be thinking about the next Emerald to Diamond group. Right now, there is a pilot program that's running, and they have a big group happening now, which is the second group. And I know Angela's giving a thumbs up there. And Elle, are you in it? Elle's in it. Who else? Anybody else in the Emerald to Diamond group? Okay. That group is going to continue to repeat. And from what I understand, here, I'll just give a quick unmute, Angela. Angela, share with us a little bit about what you're experiencing as a relatively new coach who's now in the Emerald to Diamond group. How's it going?
It's going great. It's great. It's fabulous. Greg is inspiring. Lots of homework.
Is there a lot of homework?
I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving it though. It's great. He's
keeping
full
you
of knowledge.
Okay.
Knowledge that's just helping me every single day. I'm slacking on other things because I'm so busy with that group, but it's great. It's fabulous. I think everybody should go into that class from here.
So it's kind of like the next good stepping stone to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's really good with detail.
Good. Yeah,
every
he knows.
step.
Yeah.
And I'm downloading and printing everything. I have a tremendous book. This is all him. All these pages I've printed.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
It's great. It's great. Fabulous.
Awesome. All
yeah,
right.
and
that's
the
good to
support.
hear. Yeah, it is.
Like
Yeah, it is work, but it takes you to. It is going to professionalize who you are as a Beachbody coach.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And that's what this is, guys. It's a professional business.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to that place, you no longer, the thought of being a product distributor is the farthest thing from your mind.
Very far.
And that's the difference. To make that turn from, I'm trying to sell Shakeology to people. It's okay to do that, but to take that mindset of, no, you're a professional coach who's going to really help people get healthy and fit. That's where your business goes to another place, and you just follow the game plan that this training is all providing for you.
Yeah.
So thanks, Angela.
Welcome.
Okay. Al, do you have anything? Here, hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Are you in the group, Al? Wait, hold on. I just unmuted you.
Yeah, I'm in the group, and he's working with Tamara, who's amazing also. Do you know Tamara?
Oh, yeah.
He's great. She gives you a lot. They show you a lot of videos that they've made themselves, like get started right for their own coaches, how they built their own team up, and some just further ideas from After Coach Basics. It's great to just lead right into it. And it makes you do things that you're uncomfortable with, which helps you to grow as a person. And they give you more personal development ideas. And it's not that bad, the homework. I mean, the video making was the only part that, if you're not comfortable in front of a camera,
right.
Once you start doing it, you grow from it. So it's a growing experience.
And that's what it is. It's never-ending growth. That's what this business is all about. Cool. Thanks, Al.
Okay.
It's and it's not just in your coach business. I find this business has evolved me on a professional level, in every aspect of my life. It's hard to explain. It really is, and it's very rewarding when you embrace it to that extent. I want to jump now to how to sell and introduce Shakeology to people, because I hear it all the time. The pushback on, oh, it's expensive, and you get people that just have that knee-jerk reaction of, well, it sounds great, and they express interest, but then they never really come around. And I won't spend a ton of time on this right now, but I do want to share with you something in the back office that I discovered today on the train coming home. And this is the thing about Beachbody. They're constantly evolving the resources that they provide us with. And sometimes you don't even know it, or maybe you missed a message on the news board, and it's like, I didn't know about this. So let me take you to my back office. I got to show you this. Bear with me.